You guys know Don Lemon over at CNN, and again, I said at the beginning, I was friendly with Don. I don't know what happened to him. It's disappointing to me. A couple of years ago, we used to go out for dinner and hang out and whatever, and then one day he just unfollowed me and then sort of just, followed me on Twitter and then just sort of started going crazy with all this race stuff. It was not something that he was doing before. He was actually a pretty moderate guy from what I know. I actually thought, and I think I've said to him privately, I think we were out to Wings once on the Upper West Side, and I was like, Don, I think you're a conservative. And we kind of laughed about it. Well, he's really just gone in on all of this nonsense. We've got some quotes here from Blaze Media. CNN anchor Don Lemon had some unfavorable remarks about the United States and Americans in a new interview. The left-wing cable TV host made a bizarre claim that Americans don't see black people as human beings and declared that the U.S. needs to realize just how racist it is. I don't know if America sees black people, and especially black gay men, as fully human and as deserving of the American dream, Lemon said. Lemon claimed that we're living in two different realities as black and white people. But, as the Daily Mail pointed out, he lives in a $4.3 million four-bedroom cottage in Sag Harbor on New York's Long Island, where 80% of the population is white and just 3% are black. Okay, I don't care how much money Don Lemon makes. I don't really care where he lives or the price of his house. I'm a capitalist, and I believe that if you can make the money and do I was going to say an honest day's work. I'm not sure he's doing an honest day's work, but I don't think he's doing anything illegal. Let's put it that way. It's like, you know what? If you're making money and you live in a fancy house on Long Island, good for you. Okay. But that's not really what this is about. First off, where is it better for black people than America? I'll be silent for 10 seconds. Can you count to 10? Please, think of all the places it's better for black people than America. Yeah, that's how many. That's how many. Now, that doesn't mean it's perfect. That doesn't mean it's perfect. And it ain't perfect for anybody, because there's no such thing as perfection. We humans are flawed, thus we build flawed things. But America's pretty damn great. And that's why black people are not fleeing America. And that's why black people world over are still trying to come to America. And so are other such brown people, and often white people. It's very, very bizarre. So that's just nonsense, absolute nonsense. And I say the same things all the time, but it's like just worth repeating that we fought a war to end slavery. We just put June 19th as a national holiday. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff here, Lemon. And that they don't like black gay men? Like, where are black gay men being hunted down? Where are black people being hunted down? You know where, actually? Chicago. Chicago, you may have seen some of the videos this past weekend of just people being shot on the streets. I mean, there's some really horrific videos of black-on-black crime in Chicago. I know we can't talk about that, and even me saying that, watching black people get shot down, mowed down by gun violence in Chicago, that makes me a racist. I know that. But here I am. I said it anyway. Can we find out how many people were shot in Chicago this past weekend? It's usually around 40. It's about 40 people usually a weekend, and then usually about 5 or 10 of them die. But that's black on black crime, so we can't talk about that. Although Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who's black and said that she'll only be interviewed by black or brown people, she just put $10 million of her city's money in Chicago to fight racism, which that's just a way of paying off people. That's literally just a way of $10 million to fight racism. You got people being shot on the street. Here's $10 million to a bunch of organizations that just don't do anything, but they fight racism. 52 people were shot in Chicago this past weekend, 5 fatally, according to the Chicago Sun-Times. Guessing you didn't see any of that on mainstream media because, again, it's that narrative over truth and reality that they don't really like. But let's just be clear. America does not have a problem with black people. The only people that have the obsessive people who are constantly harping on race are the Democrats, are the progressives, are the lefties. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about race anymore. You guys care about race, and the better things get about race, the more you have to focus on your imaginary problem. And what they are going to do, I've been saying this for quite some time already, but what they are going to do, they are going to breed a generation of racists, because if you keep telling white people that they're all evil, and then you make it harder for them to get jobs, and then harder to get loans and all of those things, eventually you will create racist people, because nobody is guilty over the color of their skin. Nobody is born guilty. These people are in an absolute cult. And the idea that nobody likes black gay men. You're a black gay moron. That's what you are. right? It has nothing to do with you being black, and it has nothing to do with you being gay. Your ideas are idiotic. You're on a primetime show making millions of dollars a year to live in a multi-million-dollar house in Long Island while telling us all how horrible we are. God, these people are fools.